Back with you, the ML Sports Platter. Awesome to have you aboard. We are available on Stitcher, the Podbean app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. And don't forget to catch the podcast on YouTube as well as Tumblr. We are supported by Bryant and Stratton College, the Manor Bakehouse Cafe, and Main Street Host. Make sure you log on to mainstreethost.com today for a free website analysis and how to grow your business digitally and socially. That's mainstreethost.com. Bryce Harper, last night as we record this, absolutely bitch slapped the Washington Nationals. And you know what's really funny? Because we live in this ridiculous social media, instantaneous information, access, overreaction, craziness world, right? Cesspool world, negativity, cutting people down and all the rest. You could just tell that the Nationals Nationals fans just couldn't wait to go to the park to boo Bryce Harper. He was one of their own for a long time. He won an MVP there. He helped that team get to the playoffs. Didn't really have a lot of support around him and had a ton of injuries around him. He was one of those injuries, of course, too. But, I've always thought that Bryce Harper, got a bad rap in Washington for their postseason failures and all that. I really felt that. And look, it's only normal for a superstar player who doesn't re-sign with you at a clip of $300 million, takes $30 million more in a couple extra years. Okay. Washington fans are probably going, yeah, that's not cool, man, because you could have, taken less years with us and had just as good a chance to win. He didn't think so. He wanted security. He wanted a few different things to happen for him and his family. That's the only area, though, that I can see a Washington fan base getting mad because he took extra years to make less money per year, than Washington. And, well, you could win with our team too, though, right? Those are the only two things where I could really see a ton of anger. But again, I think this is going to work out for both sides in the long run. I think Washington's going to be a better team without Bryce, not saying that it was his fault in the postseason, but I think, his fault from the standpoint of, not his fault, from the standpoint of, when you have a superstar, it's just complicated, Sports are complicated when you have a superstar. A lot of positives and a hell of a lot of negatives. You lose, he gets blame. He has one bad series, he gets the entire blame. When you take a look at the star power, carrying the weight of the franchise, negative comments across the board, he's not doing this, he's not doing that, he's saying the wrong things. There's just a lot to that, And you're asked about him all the time as teammates, But I think it'll work out long-term better for both teams that he's not in Washington. Washington fans don't see it now. Last night was just they couldn't wait to get to the ballpark. But in the world of craziness and social media and cesspool stuff and all the stuff I just brought up a minute ago, I found it hilarious that the Washington Nationals Twitter account, said something like, "Yo, Holmes, smell you later," when Max Scherzer whiffed Bryce Harper in a complete and utter premature tweet. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get clicks and retweets and have fun with it and all that. But what a dumbass tweet to send out that early in the game, right? Harper struck out again, and then forget about it. Base hit the other way, hit a home run, 3 hits, 3 RBI. I mean, he hit a ball up to the second deck in Washington, and, he went out to right field and went bananas and got the Philly fans going, and, he was pointing up to people behind home plate, and the energy of Bryce Harper and just the confidence that he exudes is really second to none in the game. And last night you were reminded again, this guy is the face of baseball. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Now, Mike Trout's the best player, But when you tell me the face, I would have to go with Bryce Harper. In fact, in the NBA, it was kind of like that when before this year, when LeBron got hurt and he was still playing at a ridiculous level, putting up insane numbers and all the rest. LeBron now has had a major, major injury, which he hasn't had before. So we'll see how he, comes back from that. We know that he already has been shut down. He was shut down days ago. This season already to preserve his body for 2019, 2020. But what's really something is that, while LeBron was absolutely the best player still in the game, I mean, you could argue Kevin Durant, you could argue Steph Curry. He wasn't probably the face of the NBA. I would have given that nod to Steph Curry, and I would probably still give it to Steph Curry. Because everywhere I go, Steph Curry is on shirts. There's jerseys. This guy is beloved by youngsters, by people in and around the game. And in baseball, the face of the sport is a little different. Bryce Harper isn't beloved the way Curry is. He's certainly appreciated and, liked by many, loved by many. But there's this cocky, arrogant, long hair, beard sort of like distaste for Bryce Harper, which I think is all bullshit. I would love to have him on my team. I've said it many times that I didn't want Bryce Harper at the years and money as a Yankee fan after the fact of what they've done. But by the same token, what the Yankees did in previous moves, in successive moves, prevented them from getting Manny Machado and prevented them from getting Bryce Harper, one or the other. And I always thought Machado was a better fit for them because they could put him at third base. And all that happy shit about, well, Machado won't play third. He's playing third now for San Diego. You don't think he'd play third base for the New York Yankees? You start him at short and then you play him at third when Gregorius comes back. And you would have if you were smart and you're Brian Cashman, you would have given another general manager no reason to say no to a package to get a frontline starter so that you could have gone out and tried to go and win a World Series last year or the year before. But I've been down that road a bunch today. I've been down that road the last few weeks, and I'm not talking about the Yankees more than that probably in this podcast. But I would love to have Bryce Harper on my team, and the lefty part adds balance to righty lineups, New York being one of them. That was the last Yankee comment, I promise. And so, if this guy stays healthy, he's going to be in the MVP conversation, and he's got a lot of protection around him. He's got Real Muto. He's got Segura. He's got Andrew McCutchen. He's got Rhys Hoskins. He has big-time players on that roster and a really good complement in the order and a very, very strong support system in terms of pitching and bullpen. And that ownership, if this team has a legit shot to go win a pennant, that they're going to probably make a move, before the trade deadline, or maybe sign somebody. Would they go out and get Dallas Keuchel in a month or so? If Kimbrel and Keuchel are both available, before the trade deadline, I know they're free agents, but let's just say that they're available. Would they go out and try to, here's $15 million, try to get both of them on the cheap and then go make a run, and then you don't have to worry about him next year? I mean, there's a million different angles that the Phillies can take. But last night, I just laughed. It was hysterical because Washington sends out that premature tweet, and then Bryce Harper goes bananas at the plate, pisses off the crowd in terms of Washington fans, and gets the Philly fans all riled up. I just thought it was hilarious. I really did. If you were going to ask me, any word to come up with that recaps Bryce Harper's homecoming to Washington, it would be hilarious. No doubt about it. And so far, he looks really comfortable there. Now, look, this is only a few games. He's got 13 freaking years to play baseball in Philadelphia, but so far, so good. I mean, he looks like he's, ready for the challenge. He looks like he's ready to handle the pressure. He looks like he's, okay with failing on occasion. He already was booed in Philadelphia, which is borderline hysterical because, that's just what they do. So, but he looks the part. He looks comfortable. He looks like he's ready to go, and it's pretty ridiculous to see how unbelievable he has been so far. Thanks for listening to the ML Sports Platter. We are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, as well as Stitcher and the Podbean app, and Tumblr and YouTube. We are supported by Main Street Host. Main Street Host is a proud sponsor of the ML Sports Platter. You can head to mainstreethost.com and see how they can help grow your business through simple, flexible, affordable digital marketing services. Their team of digital marketing professionals can help accelerate the growth of your business. Hey, best of all, Main Street Host is a full-services digital agency that features search engine optimization, which is SEO, website design, pay-per-click, PPC management, social media, and content marketing. So they have you completely covered when it comes to marketing your business online. Check out mainstreethost.com for a free website analysis and let their team develop a digital marketing strategy to grow your business this year. In 2019, Main Street Host is a proud sponsor of the ML Sports Platter. We are also supported by Brian Comboy of Mass Mutual New York State. Tax-efficient retirement planning. Make sure you go with Brian today and grab a hold of your financial future. You can go find him on the Mass Mutual website. Just Google it up. And, of course, like his Facebook page. He opened our eyes to a lot of new cool things, a lot of new ideas, and we're super happy where things are going. Finally, we are supported by Timberbanks Golf Club, the Manor Bakehouse Cafe, and the Al and Angus Pub. Hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports, and as I always tell you, enjoy the games.